M&O Conference sports broadcasts are brought to you by Badger Credit Union, North Honda Motorsports, American Family Insurance, Pat Robbins Agent, Bayshore Credit Union, Riverside Auto, Town and Community Insurance, Prestige Auto Body, Crivets Lumber, Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, Tri-City Physical Therapy, Menominee County Federal Credit Union, Pit Stop Quick Lube, BJ's Heating and Cooling, J&R Auto Parts and Service, Menards, Advanced Motors, Peshtigo National Bank, Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC, Bayside Motorsports, and Thrifty Treasures.
Well, good evening, M&O Conference football lovers. Welcome to Peshtigo, Wisconsin. As tonight, all the marbles are on the table. It's the Peshtigo Bulldogs taking on the Coleman Cougars in a game that will go a long way in deciding the conference championship. A win by Coleman, they're a lock for the conference. A win by Peshtigo, and we still have 1 week to decide the conference championship. Mike's side is Mike Lyons along with Jake Scrivens, and Jake, couldn't get any better except if this was the last game of the year.
Absolutely, Mike. Both teams coming in. Peshtigo 1 game out of that conference lead right now, and this is electrifying atmosphere. Talking to a couple of coaches and stuff on the way up to the booth tonight. Everybody's nervous, right down to coaches, the managers, the players, of course. So we got ourselves a good matchup here, and it's going to be a great game.
Well, you've got a battle of similarities and differences. Both teams with stellar defenses. One likes to air it out, and the other likes to pound it out.
Absolutely. Peshtigo Bulldogs coming into the season, and Justin Thill, 1,417 yards passing unofficially, and just a kid that throws the ball well, tight spiral every single time. He's got some great core of receivers with Jake Romanesco and Austin May coming into the game with, good yardages on the season, but they also do like to run the ball a little bit too with Kyle Goki, just nearing that 1,000-yard mark for the season. He's only a few 27 yards shy. So, they're also a running team too, Mike. So, 4-1 in the conference, 5-2 overall, and they're a game out of the conference lead, at least for a tie.
Well, Bay City's radio, Eric Bergstrom talked with Coleman quarterback Blake Margus, and we'll come back and hear that conversation from Blake and Eric right after this.
Go west on 180 at the holiday to save on cars and trucks every day. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive west on 180 to the riverside. You get to the roundabout, make sure you yield. Don't go straight cause it's all cornfields. Just turn left when you see that sign. Come on in to Riverside. We'll find what you're looking for. Just show up at our front door. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. No overhead seats, you big bucks. Come take a ride. If you dare, out with the cows in the country air. You save big money on your next ride when you see your friends at Riverside. From the west, take 64 until you get to our front door in Marinette. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive. One way or another, get to Riverside. One way or another, get to Riverside.
Eric Bergstrom here with the Coleman Cougars, Blake Margus. Blake, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem.
And what do you think is making your team so special this year?
We all had a goal in mind, and that was to make it to state, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get there. Just putting together as a team and not giving up no matter what.
As you move forward, what are some of your team's goals?
Our goal is first to win the conference, and then, go as far as we can in the playoffs and make a run for it.
What's the biggest strength, do you think, of your team?
I think our defense is very very good. We watch films 4 times a week, so before they even run the play, we know what we're running.
4 times a week, so you have a good handle on your opponent before the game even starts, hey?
Yeah, our team has a lot of commitment. Coach Braxton always has us prepared very well, so I think that helps us out a lot.
Being a quarterback, do you think a quarterback has to be a leader, and what goes along with that?
Yeah, you have to be a leader because offense is not always going to get those big plays right away. And we always try to just drive for 5, and I keep on telling them when we're in the huddle, just keep calm and do our job. You push. This is what we always tell our offensive line: you push, you block your guy for 5 yards until you hear that whistle blow, ground and pound.
What does football, do you think, mean to the community of Coleman?
It's a big deal for Coleman. All the people, the old people that used to go there, always show up. They always come to watch. They always talk about it. It's a big deal for Coleman.
Who's the most important person to you becoming the football player you are right now?
I say Coach Bronson. Coach Bronson and Coach Long are really helping the whole team become successful.
In your game this week, what do you think are going to be the keys to being successful this week?
Defense. Peshtigo's a good team, so we're just going to have to play good defense and our offense will come.
What's your most memorable moment so far on the football field?
Probably freshman year playing with my brother.
Oh, that's cool. You got to play with your brother?
Yep.
What would it mean to you and to your town to win a state championship?
Well, it'd just be awesome. It'd be such a cool thing. We never made it past level 4. Every year we have a goal is to make it past level 4, and we haven't done it yet, so it'd be a big deal if we did it.
Well, good luck. I hope it happens this year. We'll all be watching, and thanks a lot for joining me today, and good luck this Friday.
All right, thank you.
Fall is coming up quick. Let the rental department at Crivets Lumber help you get your lawn winter ready. Pick up your hardware, lumber, and paint to finish up those spring projects you put off all summer. Crivets Lumber can have you ready for the holiday season. Check out the variety of household appliances. Don't let the snow sneak up on you. Stop by Crivets Lumber for help designing and planning your project. Crivets Lumber, located on Main Street in Crivets. Visit on Facebook or crivetslumber.com.
You can only imagine what treasures await you at Thrifty Treasures. From clothing for the entire family and any occasion to home goods. This 10,000 square foot building is full of items handpicked for a new home. You can get your hands on these treasures this spring only at Thrifty Treasures. Thrifty Treasures open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, located at 251 French Street in Peshtigo. Like us on Facebook and follow us for giveaways and upcoming sales.
Back at Peshtigo High School, the Bulldogs taking on the Coleman Cougars. This one for the M&O Conference lead and maybe the title, depending on who wins. And Jake, as we look, the Coleman Cougars, as we heard from Blake Margus, they're ready and prepared for this game.
Absolutely. You know, their defense is their number one strength so far this season. Blake Margus does a great job at the quarterback position of generalizing this offense. And coming into the game, just shy of 650 yards passing so far this year, but their big thing that they do well is they run the ball, and they run the ball a lot. Austin Tochik and Jody Straczynski, 743 yards, 467 yards respectively, and from the running back position. So they do run a lot of counter traps, stuff like that. So it's a lot of misdirection plays for the Cougars. They got a great offensive line. Talked to their coach up here in the booth before the game. They got an offensive guard back that was on an injury, and also the offensive tackle. So, maybe a little bit more strength for that Coleman Cougar offensive line. And, Coleman will surprise you too. They will pass the ball a little bit with, almost 650 yards passing so far this year. Blake Margus. Austin Tochik catches the ball a lot out of the backfield, and Gunnar Patz does a great job at the split-end position.
Good luck to the Coleman Cougars tonight from the crew at Reister and Schnell. Reister and Schnell located in Pound. And Dr. Jeffrey O'Rear providing your family with quality and friendly dental services. New patients are welcome. Dr. Jeffrey O'Rear proudly supports the M&O Conference and wishes the Peshtigo Bulldogs good luck. Well, Jake, tonight stands are full. Band is playing. Before the game, a big pep rally out in the parking lot. The Peshtigo kids had that going. It's homecoming here tonight. Really, you can't ask for anything better, and the TV is here tonight.
Absolutely. You have a radio station here, the TV, a lot of hype behind this game with a homecoming game. It doesn't matter who you're playing for homecoming. It's always a huge game for the school, for your classmates, whether you're playing on the field or you're up in the stands cheering your guys on, your friends. It's just an electric atmosphere. And then you have a pep rally beforehand. Like you said, Mike, this place is packed right now. I'm surprised there's not, and there is a bunch of people across the way, not even in the seats, just standing around the track. So this place is full tonight. A lot of excitement here. Everybody's a little bit nervous. Conference title on the line. Peshtigo wins a tie for the title right now, and they go into the last week of the season needing a win to secure a share of the M&O Conference. Coleman wins this game. It's outright to them.
So just very quickly, the keys to victory for Peshtigo.
For Peshtigo, it's their big plays. We've seen it all season long with Jake Romanesco and Justin Thill, a great combination for the Bulldogs. Some big plays are what's going to help them out. They need to start fast, score quickly, just like they did last week against Wasaki.
And for Coleman?
Coleman controlling that clock, keeping the ball away from the Peshtigo offense. Their running game. Take that drive, run it down there 10, 12, 15 plays, and get a score every single time. But they also have to limit their mistakes. We got a couple guys back from injury. You eliminate the mistakes, you're going to have this ball game in hand.
Well, we're just about set to go. Blake Marcus has lined the ball up at the 40-yard line. Back deep is Kyle Goki, down at about the 5-yard line for the Peshtigo Bulldogs. Just about the entire student fan section on their feet. Here's the approach. The kick is end over end. It's going to be taken by Riley Reef. Reef comes up along the inside across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Good 20-yard return. He took it from the 10 up to about the 33, where the Peshtigo Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Justin Thill, the quarterback, brings his team right to the line of scrimmage. Goki, the running back behind Thill in the backfield. 2 receivers split wide to the right, 1 to the left. 1 man in the slot. So the Bulldogs ready to go. We're just underway here at Peshtigo. Peshtigo and Coleman. Thill back to pass. Here comes the rush. In the air. The ball goes down the field, and it's defended very well down the left sideline. And I believe that was Jake Baldwin running step for step. It was hard to see. Looked like 24. So Austin Tochik was down on the defense, and it's 2nd down and 10. So Peshtigo tried the big play right off the bat. Well defended by Coleman. 2nd down and 10 at the 33-yard line. Drop play straight up the middle. Goki gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on the play. That hole collapsed pretty quickly.
Tackle made by number 40, Jody Kaczynski.
Coleman stiffens on defense. It's 3rd and a long 7.
Almost 3, 3rd and 7.
The ball rests at the 36-yard line of the Peshtigo Bulldogs. 11:23 to go in the first quarter. No score. We're just underway. Thill is back to pass. Swing pass over to Goki. And Coleman had that one sniffed out. It's almost like he knew where he was going. Jody Stuchinski came across and tackled Goki for a 10-yard loss, 9-yard loss to the 27-yard line. So it'll be 4th and long. And it looks like a punting situation, and coming in to punt is Dakota Heckel for the Peshtigo Bulldogs. The rugby-style kick is in the air, and it's covered by Saylor. Saylor breaks a tackle at the 40, gets to the 45-yard line. Tackled out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. So a short return, but a good one of about 10 yards for Nicholas Saylor. And Coleman will have it 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line. So in good field position for Coleman to get their first drive started. Blake Marcus gets his team up to the line of scrimmage. Referee sets the play, and now we're ready for action. Marcus looks over the defense. 6 up front for Peshtigo. Handoff straight off the left tackle. Colton Huska. Huska gains about 4 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 in Peshtigo territory at the 48-yard line. Just straight ahead power. Huska picks up 4. Peshtigo, everybody in tight. Wing to the right. 2 in the backfield in the pro set. Handoff again. This will be Tochik. Tochik's going to gain about 5 yards. So it'll bring up a short 3rd and 1 at the Peshtigo 42-yard line. So a yard to go to move the chains for Coleman. Tyler Patch comes out over the ball at center. Marcus sets his team. Handoff goes straight off the left side. It's going to be enough for the first down. Huska on the carry is going to pick up 2 yards, and that's enough for a Coleman first down. The first down for either team in the game. 9:27, and the clock is rolling here at Peshtigo. There is no score in the game. Coleman on their first drive. Peshtigo had a 4 and out. Again, the Cougars with everybody in tight. This time Margus keeps it around the left side, across the 35. Fumble on the play, and it's covered by Peshtigo. Margus fumbled the ball at about the 32-yard line. And coming up with the Jeremy Van Voren is on top of the ball for Peshtigo. So the first break of the game goes to Peshtigo, as Margus had good yardage, but Peshtigo will get it in similar field position, this time at the 32-yard line.
You know, on that one there too, Mike, that was just a good hit right on the ball as the helmet, and then the ball just popped out and just barely stayed in bounds. And Peshtigo recovers. Peshtigo gets an early advantage.
Hand off to Goki. He goes around the left side, has some running room across the 40. Still running. 45. Breaks into the open. 40. 35-yard line. Good second, third, and maybe even fourth effort. Goki kept his feet moving. He went 18, 28, and 5. 33 yards downfield, and a first down for Peshtigo at the 34-yard line. So we're going to give him 34 yards on the carry. It's 1st and 10. So a big play for Peshtigo. Thill barks out the signals. Handoff again, Goki. This time Coleman comes across. Gunnar Pats and others coming across from the defensive side. Also in there, Derek McMullen. And loss of about a yard for Goki. 2nd down and 11. The ball rests just across the 35-yard line in Coleman territory. Peshtigo checks the wristbands. 2 receivers wide to the right, 2 to the left. Goki behind Thill in the backfield. Handoff, Goki, left side, the same play that gained the big yardage. This time coming across was Gunnar Pats and others to make the stop. A gain of about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8 at the 33-yard line. Peshtigo with their first chance of the football game inside Coleman territory. Thill barks the signals, is back to pass. Across, complete. Catching the football across the front was Jake Romanesco. Romanesco gets down to about the... looks like he's going to have the first down at about the 23-yard line. Referees check. Yes, they say first down. So a 10-yard pickup on the play will bring up a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. So Peshtigo with a new fresh set of downs. Snap goes over Thill's head. Goki picks it up, and he's going to be dropped at the 40-yard line. Thill was not expecting the ball to come back to him. Neither was Goki. It went right past both of them. 17 yards later, it's sitting at the 40-yard line. So 2nd and forever. About 17 yards on the loss, 2nd and 27. So what was promised field position now is some work to be done for the Peshtigo Bulldogs. Thill, back to pass, was ready for it this time, complete to Romanesco. Breaks a tackle, gets down to the 35-yard line. Coleman had that one snuffed out, but Romanesco was able to get through the tackle. Jordan Blanchard on the stop for Coleman after a gain of 5. 3rd and 22. 3rd and 22 for Peshtigo. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Coleman in tight press man coverage. 1 safety back. Thill back to pass, has some time across. It's complete, juggled, and still completed to Jeremy Van Voren. A flag on the play, and we may have a late hit, which will give Peshtigo a first down, I believe. So the gain is about 8 yards, and then the penalty will be tacked on top of it. So the referees are having a conversation. And the head referee says face mask against Coleman. And it's the 5-yard variety. So it wasn't the late hit. And they were talking about bringing the chains in, but they're a good 10 yards short. And the referee says, okay, so what we thought might have been an automatic first down is now going to be 4th and 11. So a 5-yard face mask along with the gain makes it 4th and manageable at least, or a shot at it at 10 yards. Oh, and they're going to say it's 3rd down, so they get 2 tries.
3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
They're going to say the play was still going when he grabbed the face mask, so they're going to get an extra down. Thill back to pass. Goes towards the end zone. And it is caught. No, they say incomplete. Both referees got together and said incomplete. That pass to Romanesco was just a little bit overthrown. Romanesco had to go down sliding to the ground. And they say it hit the ground, so it's 4th and 11. A beautiful pass by Thill. Romanesco broke free at the last second and just could not get to the football. So Peshtigo with 4th and 11, sitting at the 24-yard line. Thill gets the ball, looking down the field. And it is caught and complete. Matt Miller down inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. 19 yards on the throw and a first down. Miller got racked as he caught the football, but he held on down at the 4-yard line. So it's 1st and goal for Peshtigo at the 4-yard line. A beautiful catch by Miller. So here's Still. Calls the signals. Loses control of the football, and Coleman almost got on it, but Thill was able to grab it. So the second time, we had a fumble situation, and they're going to give it to Coleman. They're going to say that Thill did not get down on it, and Coleman's going to grab it at the 9-yard line. So fumble, and we're back to Coleman having the football this time at the 9.
Tough break for Peshtigo right there, Mike, with a long drive that they're putting together, probably one of their longer drives of the season, and some nice plays going on there, and just a bad break for the Bulldogs.
Menza and Zach Heating and Cooling supports the M&O Conference. Good luck tonight to all teams. Lake Margus has the Cougars set up at the 9. Handoff, straight off the middle, and Peshtigo closes that hole quickly. With the football was Zeit. Oh, they're going to actually Jody Stachinski. It was 40, not 30, and it was a gain of about a yard. So 2nd down and 9. A little hard to see the green numerals on the Coleman Cougars. With the lights, it's very hard. You have to look real careful to see who's out there. Margus at the quarterback. Peshtigo with a 6-man line. Handoff up the middle. And some running room for Zeitler. Zeitler gets out to about the 20-yard line. So a gain of 10 yards, and that's enough for a first down on the 10-yard run. Ball rests just across the 20-yard line. Peshtigo trying to put a 6-man front up against the tight formation of the Coleman Cougars. 1 man in the backfield. He gets the football, that being number 23, Huska. Huska gains maybe a yard. They might give him 2 with this forward progress. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8 with the ball at the 22-yard line. 3:43 and counting in the first quarter. No score here at Peshtigo. Back to pass. Margus airs it out deep downfield. He's got a receiver and caught in stride by Tachik. He's going to go the distance for the touchdown. So the big play first comes to Coleman on a big 78-yard touchdown pass from Margus to Tachik. He had time, Margus had time to throw, and Tachik broke free, and we have a 78-yard touchdown pass.
What a great pass there. Coleman Cougars predominantly a running team, and just a beautiful pass right down the middle of the field. Tachik got behind the defense, and it was nothing but the daylights in front of him, and a nice catch all the way around. Great play by the Coleman Cougars.
Saylor comes in to attempt the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up in the air, and this kick is good. 3:27 remains in the first quarter. Coleman leads at 7-0. Back after this on Hits 96.
Let me tell you, Advanced Motors, located in Coleman, has AMSOIL for all your motorcycle, ATV, marine, and vehicle needs. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Are you or your student moving? Advanced Motors, a U-Haul dealer, also carries packing and moving supplies for all your needs. Stop in or call today at 920-897-2677. That's 920-897-2677. Whew, that's right.
Badger Credit Union is pleased to sponsor high school sports and wishes best of luck to all area teams. Badger Credit Union is proud to be a part of the community. Become a member if you live or work in Marinette, Menominee, or Oconto counties. See them for all types of mortgage loans, auto, vacation, and unsecured loans. They also have debit and ATM cards, share draft, share accounts, and term accounts. Take advantage of no-fee checking for students and senior citizens. Badger Credit Union, 870 Frontage Road, Peshtigo.
Good luck to the Coleman Cougars from Katie's Subs. Stop in before you head out to the game for a delicious sub. Call ahead, 920-897-3250. Margus' kick is taken by Goki at the 10. Comes out to near the 28-yard line where he's knocked down. Coming in, Gunnar Patz and also number 51, Brandon Patz on the stop. So a first down for Peshtigo. They'll have it at about we're going to call it the 29-yard line. So Peshtigo, let's see if they have a response to the 78-yard touchdown pass. So the big play we thought would go to Peshtigo. It went to Coleman on the big long pass to Austin Tachik. So Phil gets his team. Handoff Goki, left side, has a little running room across the 30 to the 33-yard line. 68 coming across, Donovan Selesky. Gain of about, we're going to call that 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6. Peshtigo sets the offense. They all look at the wristbands. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Goki comes around the right side, but going to be corralled in the backfield. Coming across by Jody Stachinski, coming across from the linebacker position. Read the play and dropped him for about a 3-yard loss. It'll be third down and 9. Ball right on the 30-yard line. One safe back deep for Coleman. Press coverage on the corners. Goki in the backfield behind Thill. 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Thill back to pass. Looking. Throws it up and it over the head of Jake Romanesco. Austin Tachik was there defensively, had his hands on the football, but it was a little bit too high for him. It'll bring up a 4th down and 9 at the 30-yard line. Nicholas Saylor dropping back deep in punt coverage to take the punt from Heckel. Rugby style kick. It's going to be out of bounds. Looks like at about the 46 or 47. Referee says the 47-yard line. So Coleman will be back in good position at the 47-yard line to start their next drive. They lead it 7-0. The Town and Country Community Service Agency, LLC, is sponsoring this game. Town and Country Insurance Agency, LLC, wishes the Coleman luck tonight. Contact Tyler today at 920-8975-487. Coleman has it first and 10. They're switching out footballs. That's the delay. We're just waiting for the umpire to move out of the way. Handoff inside goes to Stuchinski. Nothing doing. No gain on the play. And coming across was Gavin Forsberg. So actually they're going to call it a loss of 2 yards.
The Peshtigo Bulldog front line right there just broke that play up in the backfield. A lot going on for the Coleman Cougars in the backfield, and it just didn't work out for them, and busted play and minus 2 yards on that one.
So the Cougars have it. Back to pass. Margus, and he is in trouble. Breaks out of the tackle and is sacked back at about the 35-yard line. So Peshtigo had that one figured out. Loss of about 8 yards on the play will bring up a 3rd and 18. Almost 19. So Coleman comes up to the line of scrimmage. They're back to the 36-yard line. Under a minute to go. Handoff goes around the outside, and being pulled down is Austin Tachik for another loss of about 3 yards. So Coleman was going backwards on that drive. And the Cougars will have it. 4th down at the 35-yard line and a good 20 yards. So punting time for Blake Margus. The perfect triple threat quarterback, can run, pass, and kick. He's standing back at his 20-yard line. Kick is in the air. It's a high end-over-end kick. Peshtigo gets out of the way, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So with 8 seconds to go in the quarter, the Bulldogs will have it first and 10 at the 43-yard line. Good luck to the Coleman Cougars tonight from all of us at Village Pharmacy. Village Pharmacy located on Business 141 in Coleman. Peshtigo has it first and 10. They're at the 43. They trail 7-0. Coleman with the big pass play has the lead. Two players in the backfield this time for Peshtigo, a little bit different formation. Hand off to Goki. He's got a lead blocker. He's going to gain maybe 2 yards before Derek McMullen knocks him down at the 39 or 44-yard line, and that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. Our score is Coleman 7, Peshtigo nothing. Back after this on Hits 96.
Mother Nature. Or human nature. Are you protected from the unexpected? An American Family Insurance agent can help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you. Call today for your free personal insurance review so you can check it off your list and off your mind. Call Pat Robbins at 715-582-4631. Your local American Family Insurance agent. Are you still shivering from last year's energy bills? BJ's Heating and Air Conditioning will help. Call 715-927-5656 for full service, including tune-ups on your existing system, repair, replacement, or new construction. The number again is 715-927-5656. Whether it's an upgrade or a tune-up, BJ's Heating and Air Conditioning has a solution. 24/7 service for your convenience. Call 715-927-5656. That's BJ's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Game also brought to you by Kane. Driving the game to you is the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC Ocano Marinette. Well, it's 2nd down and 8 with the ball at the 44-yard line. Peshtigo to start the second quarter. Menominee with a 21-0 lead in the first quarter. Peshtigo waiting for the snap. Phil hands to Goki, right side, cuts it up, gets across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on the play, maybe 3. It looks more like 3. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs, just in front of midfield. They check over to the sidelines, they being Peshtigo, checking their wristbands for the play. Romanesco comes wide to the left. 2 receivers wide to the right. Back with 3 in the backfield. Austin May behind him. Kyle Goki. Handoff up front, May, and coming across right away from his linebacker position. Jody Stuczynski got there and didn't allow that play to develop, so there is no gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 5 at the 48-yard line. And it looks like Peshtigo is going into punt formation. Heckel goes back near the 35-yard line. Saylor is back deep. Kick is in the air, and this one's a spiral, and it goes out of bounds, not giving Saylor a chance to make a return. And then they're going to mark it dead at about, well, not a very good punt at all. They're going to say it went out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So maybe a 15-yard punt. And that one goes out of bounds. Coleman will have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Coleman on their 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line. So the Cougars with the lead at 7-0, 10:33 to go in the second quarter. Full house backfield for Coleman. Handoff on the outside, and no loss of about 3 yards. And Tachik had the carry on that one. Tachik was dropped down by Jake Romanesco after a 2-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12. Just across the 40-yard line. The nose of the football touching the 40. Handoff. Margus faked it, kept it around the outside. He's going to gain back 1 of the 2 yards that they lost. It'll be 3rd and a long 11 after the yard gain. So a long distance down for Coleman. Let's see if they unleash the passing attack.
Both teams right now, Mike, it's just negative yardage on both sides here. A lot of punting going on in this first couple of drives, and I think nerves are getting the better of the boys right now. They need to settle down and get to business on both sides.
3rd and 11. Here comes Margus. Back to pass. He throws. It's complete. And it's going to be near a first down, but not quite. Josh Pillith caught it. He got up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 4th and 3, a gain of about 8 yards on the play. So it'll be 4th and 3. And it looks as though Coleman is going to go for it at the 50-yard line. So rather than Pesh to go back deep, they come out with their offense. Coleman comes up to the line of scrimmage. Tyler Patz over center. Everybody in tight, a wing to the left. Margus back to pass. In trouble. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Open was Gunnar Patz at the 40-yard line, but Margus had pressure from 2 sides, saw the pressure coming, and had to unload that pass just maybe a fraction of a second before he wanted to, and Peshtigo will have it right at midfield, 1st and 10. 8:37 remains in the first half. We're moving kind of quickly here in Peshtigo. Coleman leads it 7-0. So Peshtigo back to their 3 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Goki again, right behind Phil in the backfield. Phil drops back to pass, looks, goes deep down the sidelines, and it's intercepted by Tachik. Austin Tachik broke on the ball, picked it off at the 26-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. So let's see what's going on. And they're talking to Peshtigo. So let's see. See what the discussion comes up with.
Coleman's offense on the field, they think with the interception, should be their ball. Let's see what the flag is, Mike.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. So that's going to give Peshtigo the football back. So a late hit on the quarterback is a 15-yard penalty. And that'll give Peshtigo first down. Great field position at the 35-yard line. So the interception from Tonchik is erased, and Peshtigo has it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, trips to the right. Handoff, Goki, straight up the middle. Gain of about 3 yards. Jody Stachitsky on the stop after a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. You can hear the public address announcer as plain as day. The speaker right over our head. The Bulldogs check their wristbands, staying in the same formation. Phil looks over the defense. Back to pass. Over the middle. Complete. And it was Miller, and there's a flag on the play. Down at the 15-yard line. And let's see what the penalty is going to be. It's enough for a first down. 18 yards on the completion. And a flag on the play. Referees are again having a discussion. That flag came after or on the hit. And it appeared to be a pretty good hit from here.
I hit him low down in the thigh area and flipped him a little bit, but I didn't think he led with his head or anything like that. I don't know what the referees would be.
Unless they say he hit him beforehand, and that might have been what they were talking about. But he caught the ball.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. Speculation does us no good. The referee comes out, and he's talking to Peshtigo. Comes up to the line of scrimmage. Points, and here it comes. Personal foul. Charged against Coleman. So that'll be a half the distance penalty. And not sure what the personal foul was for. And that'll give Peshtigo the football at about the 8-yard line. So the pass to Miller, and then the penalty gives Peshtigo the football at the 8-yard line. And now we've got a penalty flag again, and this one might be on the sideline. Sideline warning issued against Coleman. That won't carry a penalty. That's just a warning telling them to stay back off the field. They may have disagreed with the call. So Peshtigo will have it. 1st and goal. They're at the 8-yard line.
That's Goki at quarterback now.
The Wildcat formation, and there's going to be a flag for motion. In the backfield was 64, Aaron Ellert. And Ellert, not used to playing that fullback position, so to speak. He moved early, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty against Peshtigo. So move that ball out to the 13-yard line, where we'll have 1st and goal at the 13. So a lot of laundry on the field over the last couple of plays. And Peshtigo is back to the 13, so the clock is now in motion. 7:30 exactly left to play in the first half. Phil under center. Not understanding the shotgun. Gives it to Goki. Goki is roped down for a loss of 2 yards. Coming across was Jacob Zeitler.
Loss on the play.
It'll be 2nd and 15. 2nd and goal at the 15. So here comes Still with the Bulldogs. 2nd and long. He's back to pass. Looks. Has a wide open receiver who goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaac Ellie. They said 11, but it was 14 that had the football.
Number 14, Isaac Ellie.
Isaac Ellie on the 15-yard catch. And we have a 7-6 game. And Peshtigo sets up for the extra point. You never know with Peshtigo whether they're going to go for 1 or 2. This time they decide for 1. So Bahasik. Aiden is on to kick. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. So, kick comes at 6:42. We are tied at 7. Back with more on Hits 96.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Ocado counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Kermit's Auto Parts in Dyer Street, and Kermit's carries quality CarQuest parts. Is your car in need of repair? See Kermit's Auto Parts, your authorized CarQuest dealer. Some of their featured products include batteries, spark plugs, filters, brakes, new water pumps, and so much more. Come check out everything Kermit's Auto Parts, your local CarQuest dealer, has to offer, located on Dyer Street in Kermit's. Good luck to all teams in the M&O Conference.
6:42 remains in the first half, and Peshtigo has come back to tie it on a 15-yard pitch and catch between Phil and Isaac Ellie. So Bahasik comes in to kick off. This kick is high end over end, grabbed by Nicholas Saylor at the 20, and he comes out to about the 30-yard line, breaks the tackle, and goes backwards. And they'll probably give him the ball at about the 31-yard line. That's where the referee has got his self set up. And that's where they're going to put it. 1st and 10 for Coleman. They'll be at the 31-yard line. We're in the second quarter of this battle for the M&O Conference lead. Coleman wins. They win the title. Peshtigo will be sharing a chance to share with a win. Handoff up the middle. Some running room, and it's Tachik. Tachik gains about 5 yards, turns his back, and is knocked down at the 35-yard line, but a good gain of 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. Coleman trying to retake the lead. Each team with a score in each quarter. Coleman in the first, Peshtigo in the second. Pats comes out over center. Tachik, wing to the left. Handoff, Szczucinski inside. Has enough running room. Gains about 6 yards. It's going to be, well, maybe 5. It's going to be close. Just shy of the first down. They're going to give him 4 yards. He bounced a little bit. I thought it was a little further. That was my fault. He was down at just across the 40. So it's 3rd and short at the 40-and-a-half-yard line. Clock is rolling at 5:32. Margus brings the team up. Handoff straight up the middle. Oh, he might not have got it. He might not. The referees, it's going to be close.
He got stoned right at the line of scrimmage.
He sure did. I'm trying to, coming up off the bottom of the pile is number 73, Drake Koenigs.
Number 23, Colton Huske, ball carrier.
And they're going to say it's enough for a first down. Gain of 1. just enough for a first down. Where they spotted the foot, it would have been enough for a first down. And I know some of the fans aren't happy, but we almost have a good view across the way. Margus hands off, and slipping in the backfield is Tachik. He's going to lose 2 yards on the play. He had some opening on the counter play to the right side, and he slipped in the middle of the field at about the 39-yard line, so he lost 2, 2nd and 12. 4s across the board. 4:44 remains in the first half. We're tied at 7. Margus goes back to pass. Across. Complete. Tachik at the 50-yard line, where he's dragged down by number 20, Kyle Goki. And that's going to be a gain of about 9 yards.
Third and about a yard.
Make that 11. It'll be third and about a yard or so. Menominee with a 37-yard pass from Nowak to Molesky, up 28-0 in the second quarter. Handoff up the middle, enough for the first down. It's Jacob Zeitler, number 30. Gain of 3 yards, straight up the middle. First down. Coleman has time, but the clock is rolling. 3:55. They can get you 2 ways, running or passing. Pats comes up over center. Coleman with 5 defenders up at the line of scrimmage. Margus goes back to pass. Throws. Complete. And down near the 30-yard line, I believe that's Jody Stuchinski. Nope, it's Gunnar Pats. Gunnar Pats has it down from the 45 to the 33, gain of 12 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 3:29 remains. Margus looks over the defense. Hands off. Short gain. And that was Tachik. He's going to gain maybe a yard. 2nd and 9. Coming back into the game, Josh Pillith. Colton Huska. Going out is Gunnar Pats. 2nd down, 9. Ball is at the 31-yard line. 2:50. Coleman has all their timeouts. Margus back to pass. Throws, and it's almost intercepted. Tipped by number 33, Alex Harper. It'll be 3rd down and 9. So a long 3rd down for Coleman. They do have their passing attack. They have Pillith in there. He's a big target. Coming up, here come the Cougars. 5-man front for 6-man now front for Peshtigo. Margus back to pass. The heat is on. He's got a wide open Tachik at the 20-yard line. Steps out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So a gain of 18 yards and a first down for Peshtigo at about the 13-yard line. They have plenty of time with the ball at the 13, 2:34, and the clock will roll as soon as the chains are set. No, he went out of bounds, so we'll have to wait. And now Peshtigo wants a timeout. 2:34 remains in the first half. Our score is 7-7. And this game is brought to you by BPM. They look forward to a successful football season for the 2015 Bulldogs. BPM specializes in manufacturing fine papers for the printing industry and the production of flexible packaging papers for the food and candy industries. All the best to the Peshtigo football players and coaches during this homecoming week. For all your automotive repair needs, Advanced Motors, your AmSoil dealer for ATVs, snowmobile, and marine needs. Advanced Motors in Coleman. Also, good luck to the Coleman Cougars tonight from the crew at Reister and Schnell. Reister and Schnell located in Pound. And visit North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to the certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports, 3711 10th Street in Menominee, or give them a call at 906-863-5592. First and 10 for Coleman at the 13. Margus back to pass, intended for Jody Stuchinski. That pass comes up incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. That took just a few seconds off the clock. And there is a penalty flag on the field.
In the neighborhood of holding there, Mike.
That's what and it is. Holding against Coleman. So a spot foul. And that's from the 16, so it's going to go out to the 26. Ends up being about a 13-yard penalty. We'll make it 12. It'll be first and 22. And the ball rests just across the 25-yard line. Margus back to pass, and goes deep down the field, and there is a flag. Lots of contact. Lots of contact downfield. The Coleman receiver was bracketed by two Peshtigo defenders, and at about the 10-yard line there was contact. And see, I'm sure it's pass interference. Just waiting for the signal. Pass interference against Peshtigo.
Pass interference against the Bulldogs.
So that will bring the football all the way down to the 13-yard line. And Coleman will go to work. At about the 12 or 13-yard line, it'll be first and 9. Margus, hands off. With the carry is number 23, Huska. Colton goes down inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5. I'm going to give him a gain of about 6 yards on the play. And it's going to be second and 3. It's at about the 7 or 8 yard line. So here comes Margus, minute 52 with the clock rolling. Handoff straight up the middle. And it's going to be a first down. Zeitler goes down to about the 1 yard line. We're going to give him a gain of about 5 yards on the play. So it'll be first and goal at about the 1 or 2 yard line. So Coleman trying to punch it in. They're a yard away. Margus keeps it himself straight up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. So Blake Margus goes in on the 1 yard run. And Coleman jumps back into the lead at 13-7. Coming in to kick the extra point, Nicholas Saylor. Jordan Blanchard will do the hold. That coming with 1:24 to go in the first half. Ball's placed, kick is up in the air, and the referees say good. And so our score stands, Coleman 14, Peshtigo 7, back after this on Hits 96.
Hi, this is Paul, CEO of the Menominee County Federal Credit Union. We are proud to sponsor high school sports on Bay Cities Radio, and we encourage all of you to support high school athletics as well. We know there's no better way for our young people to learn the lessons of life than by competing in sports. The Menominee County Federal Credit Union, where you dream the dream, will help make it come true, with locations in Powers, Kearney, Stevenson, and Menominee. Persons living or working in Marinette and Menominee counties are eligible for membership.
Hey, buddy.
What?
Hey, buddy.
Was that my car talking?
Nah, it's your engine, and I need an oil change.
Oh, it hasn't been that long.
Are you kidding me? Check my dipstick. It's as black as the La Brea tar pits.
I know. I just haven't had time.
Call Pit Stop Quick Lube. Hey, you know Pit Stop Quick Lube has no appointment service, right? Just stop in and they'll get you done.
Pit Stop Quick Lube. What's their phone number?
906-864-2426.
What's that number again?
906-864-2426. Write it down. 906-864-2426. Pit Stop Quick Lube, 10th Street, Menominee.
So the Coleman Cougars have answered Peshtigo's tying score. They march down the field 69 yards and get into the end zone with 1:24 to go in the half. It's 14-7. Coleman in the lead. Here comes Margus, approaches the ball. End over end kick. Goki takes it at about the 10-yard line. Comes out across the 20, has a little running room. Breaks inside, there's a flag, and it's usually a bad block when you see that. Out at the 33-yard line, and it's illegal use of hands, and that's going to be a penalty against Peshtigo, backing them up a little bit more. They've got to move almost the length of the field and only have 1:17 to do it. Holding. And that happened at about the 27-yard line. So that'll go back to the 17. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Menominee moves their lead up to 35-0. As they got another touchdown from Nathan Nowak, a 68-yard run. Phil in with pressure, moving, rolling, keeps the ball, and he's going to go out of bounds after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Coleman had the pressure, flushed him out of the pocket, a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. So the Bulldogs quickly up to the line of scrimmage. No hurry here. The clock stopped as Thill went out of bounds. He's back to pass. Looking across the middle. Complete. Miller. He's got some running room to the 45-yard line. Make it the 46. A gain of 25 yards on the play. And a 1st down. He was open on the crossing pattern. So Peshtigo hurries to the line of scrimmage. The clock will start now that the chains are set. Romanesco to the left, 3 to the right. Thill back to pass. In trouble, and coming in on a blitz was Gunnar Patz, and the loss comes out to the 40-yard line, so a loss of about 6 yards on the play, and a timeout taken by Peshtigo. Dr. Jeffrey O'Rear provides your family with quality and friendly dental services. New patients are welcome always, and Dr. Jeffrey O'Rear proudly supports the M&O Conference and wishes the Peshtigo Bulldogs good luck. Menza and Zach Heating and Cooling supports the M&O Conference. Good luck tonight to all teams. And Town & Country Insurance Agency, LLC. Town & Country Community Insurance Agency, LLC, wishes the Coleman Cougars good luck tonight. Contact Tyler today, 920-897-5487. So 48 seconds remain on the clock, Jake. It's 2nd and about 15. Peshtigo does have time with their passing attack, but they're going to have to get it down the field.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. And you look at the Peshtigo Bulldogs all season long, they can make up a lot of yards in a quick hurry. They got a great core of receivers, and they got a good quarterback who can throw the ball down the field in a hurry. So, with one timeout in their pocket, they have a little play room here so they can run the ball, throw the ball. You don't want to burn that timeout just yet, but, with 48 seconds, plenty of time for Peshtigo to get the ball down the field.
So Thill barking the signals. Twin receivers right and left. Thill back to pass. Complete. Romanesco at the 50. Breaks a tackle. breaks another tackle. 40 down to the 35-yard line. The clock will stop as the officials and the chains have to come down. The ball to the 35-yard line. So a gain of 25 yards. Peshtigo is at the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Thill back to pass. Throws it deep down the field. A little too far for Matt Miller. Miller was open. He was triple covered, but he was behind the defenders. That ball rolls dead, and it's going to be a 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line with 32.1 seconds to go. So Miller was open, streaking down the right side of the field, and that ball was just a little bit overthrown. Coleman has been sending gunner Pats on a late blitz, trying to get to Thill. Thill again. This time he had a receiver open on the left side, intended for 22, Austin May. It'll be 3rd down and 10. May and Romanesco both in the area. 3rd and 10 at about the 36-yard line. 28.5 seconds. So let's see what Peshtigo has up their sleeve. 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Thill rolling. Being chased. Has time. Throws it. Incomplete at the 20-yard line, intended for Romanesco. Chasing Thill all the way over here was Hunter Stadola. And it's 4th down for Peshtigo. They need the first down, most importantly, but they only have 20.8 seconds to work with. The clock will not start until it's snapped. So Peshtigo has time to set themselves, call their play, which they just did. Everybody checked the wristbands. Thill. Back to pass. Has time. It's complete. And knocked out of bounds. May has it, and he's going to be just short of the first down. So it's not going to be a first down.
That's close.
Oh, boy, it is close.
They're going to mark it right there at the sideline. I think we're going to have a measurement here with 15.
Oh, they're going to give him the first down without even looking.
There you go.
Wow. I thought he stepped out a couple of yards short of that, but that's going to be 10 yards and a first down, and 15 seconds to go. Thill back to pass. Looks. Complete to Miller. Short gain, and Miller is dragged down with 9.5 seconds to go, and Peshtigo is going to take a timeout. So 9.5 seconds, probably 2 plays is what you can get. They need about 23 yards after the 2-yard pass completion. Homecoming night here at Peshtigo, and they crowned a king and queen before the game. Always nice to see homecoming and see kids dressed in their finery. Good luck to the Coleman Cougars from Katie's Subs. Stop in before you head out to the game for a delicious sub. You can call ahead 920-897-3250. Also, good luck to the Cougars tonight from everyone at the Village Pharmacy. The Village Pharmacy located on Business 141 in Coleman. So Peshtigo comes out. Obviously a pass play of some sort coming up. Goki in the backfield. Trip receivers to the right. Romanesco. 1-on-1 over here to the left side. Tachik. Press coverage. Thill. Back to pass. Looking. Throwing. Incomplete. Austin Mays, the intended receiver, down at about the 5-yard line. Closest, and there is a player hurt on the field, and I believe that's Thill at the 35-yard line. So we'll take a quick break and be back after this on Hits 96.
What kind of insurance are you looking for? Stop looking and let Town & Community Insurance Agency, LLC, look for you. Town & Community Insurance Agency has access to a variety of different types of insurance, such as auto, homeowners, business, life, health, farm, motorcycle, and watercraft. Available through plenty of different companies to get you the best and most cost-efficient insurance for your lifestyle. Feel free to stop in at our new location at 509 Alma Street, Pound, across from Ace in the Pound Business Plaza. Or call 920-897-5487. That's 920-897-5487.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since opening in 1901, they've grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and Marinette. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends, Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to M&O Conference Football and WSFQ, Peshtigo, Marinette, Menominee. 4.4 seconds remain. Justin Thill goes to the sideline, but he went on his own power, and he walked straight to the sidelines. He's kind of bent over there, so maybe just the wind knocked out of him, but we'll find out. So Riley Reef comes in at quarterback with 4.4 seconds. Let's see what Peshtigo dials up. They trail 14-7. Reef back to pass. Lets it go. It's a jump ball in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Tachik back on Romanesco. That pass goes just out of the end zone, and that brings us to the end of the first half of play. It's been a good one. Coleman leads it 14-7. Back with the summary and statistics on Hits 96.
Kim Barrett and all the staff of Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine of Marinette are committed to get you back to your quality of life. Tri-City Physical Therapy has been in business for over 25 years and specialize in the treatment of shoulder, knee, and back, as well as general physical therapy. Let them help you overcome pain after an injury or disease. Tri-City Therapy and Sports can provide you with the most skilled and personalized rehabilitation treatment plan possible to help you get back on track. Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine at 602 Wells Street in Marinette.
Menards is a place to save big money on all your home improvement needs. Whether you're building or remodeling, Menards has everything you need for your home under one roof. From building materials and tools to paint, carpeting, cabinets, and all the finishing touches, you'll find quality products, helpful, friendly service, and delivery 7 days a week. And at Menards, you'll always find the lowest prices and sales, too.
Save big money at Menards.
Find your next truck at Kane, the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay for 2015. From the most dependable full-size pickups on the road, Kane delivers Silverado. Or the most advanced pickup ever, Kane delivers Sierra. Right now, visit Kane in Marinette or Oconto to enter the Chevrolet Packers Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes. Win a 2016 Chevrolet and other great prizes. Over 300 quality vehicles at KaneGM.com, Oconto, and Marinette.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust offers a variety of loan programs, vehicle loans, personal loans, and commercial loans. They do real estate mortgages, offer home equity option, and work with government loan programs. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust is here to serve you in 3 locations: Ludington Street in Marinette, Roosevelt Road in Marinette, and Highway 141 in Crivets. They can show you how to make your banking life easier, save you time, and save you money. Contact them today. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Well, it's been an interesting one here at Peshtigo as the Coleman Cougars and the Peshtigo Bulldogs have been battling for a half, and Coleman leads it by the score of 14-7. It went back and forth early on, a fumble on Coleman's first possession, and Peshtigo had a chance to move the ball down to about the 9-yard line, where they fumbled the football, and we were scoreless at that point in the first quarter. Coleman took over at the 9-yard line, and 4 plays later, Blake Margus went to Austin Tachik on a 78-yard touchdown pass. Tachik broke down the left side of the field. He got open at about the 40-yard line, and Margus hit him in stride at the 30. A Peshtigo defender fell down, and Tachik went the rest of the way for the touchdown, and Coleman led at the end of the first quarter by the score of 7-0. The two teams exchanged possessions twice after that, and in the second quarter, Peshtigo took over at the 50-yard line. They had an interception called back as Coleman intercepted the football, but a roughing the passer penalty gave Peshtigo the ball at the 35-yard line. An 18-yard pass to Miller was added a personal foul to, which gave Peshtigo the ball at the 13-yard line, but then a 2-yard penalty moved them back to the 15, and then Justin Thill hit Isaac Ellie on a 15-yard touchdown pass. Aiden Bohasa came in and added the extra point, and at 6:42 of the second quarter, we were tied at 7-7. Coleman took over and started down the field again. They went 69 yards in about 12 plays, and Blake Margus capped that one with a 1-yard run. With 1:24 to go in the first half, the score stood 14-7, and that's where we are right now. Kane driving the game to you as the number one truck destination north of Green Bay, Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC Ocano. And BPM looks forward to a successful football season for the 2015 Bulldogs. BPM specializes in manufacturing fine papers for the printing industry and the production of flexible packaging papers for the food and candy industry. All the best to the Peshtigo football players and coaches. Also, Acer Flooring, located in Peshtigo, Wisconsin, is the leading manufacturer of hardwood flooring. Acer's true northern hardwood flooring can be found around the globe in sport and recreation venues, residential and commercial projects. Acer proudly supports the Peshtigo Bulldogs. And the scoring update, Menominee now leads 42-0 in their football game with Medford. So it looks like Menominee is cruising to another victory in that football game. So we're here at halftime. The Peshtigo dance team is out on the field doing their routines as both teams are listening in on their respective coaches. They're in the end zones talking to each team. So we've got a good second half lined up. Coleman leads this one 14-7. Still anybody's game. Jake will be back with the statistics, and we'll do that in just a couple of minutes on Hits 96.
Bayside Motorsports and Cycle is your full-line service destination, servicing most makes and models of ATVs and motorcycles, from a simple tune-up and oil change to major engine overhaul. Their department will have you back on your machine fast. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle also specializes in motorcycle and ATV performance work to keep you a step above your competition. Ask about their service specials. Bayside Motorsports and Cycle in Green Bay or at BaysideMotorsports.com.
Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free with around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pickup, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an iCar Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state, located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair.
Go west on 180 at the holiday to save on cars and trucks every day. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive west on 180 to the riverside. You get to the roundabout, make sure you yield. Don't go straight cause it's all cornfields. Just turn left when you see that sign. Come on in to Riverside. We'll find what you're looking for. Just show up at our front door. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. No overhead saves you big bucks. Come take a ride if you dare, out with the cows in the country air. You save big money on your next ride when you see your friends at Riverside. From the west, take 64 until you get to our front door in Marinette. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive. One way or another, get to Riverside. One way or another, get to Riverside.
Well, we're back at Peshtigo. The Peshtigo Bulldogs trail the Coleman Cougars by the score of 14-7. As we said, it's been a back and forth game. Coleman had the lead. Peshtigo tied it up. Coleman came back right at the end of the half to take the lead at 14-7. And with the tail of the tape, here's Jake.
All right, for the Coleman Cougars so far in this game, Blake Marcus 5 of 9, 127 yards, a touchdown throwing and a touchdown rushing. Jacob Zeitler, he's the leading rusher for the Coleman Cougars, 3 rushes, 18 yards so far tonight. Colton Huska right behind him, 4 carries and 13 yards. And going over to the Peshtigo Bulldogs, Justin Thill, 11 of 19, 128 yards throwing and a throwing touchdown. Kyle Goki, 11 carries, 46 yards so far tonight. And receiving the ball, Jake Romanesco, 3 catches, 40 yards, and Ellie with 1 catch and that touchdown from 15 yards out. So far in this game, Mike, we kind of look at this, and it's been a lot of defense. Both teams have had their opportunities. Both teams have turned the ball over. A lot of penalties, a lot of miscues. It's kind of been a sloppy game. Maybe the nerves are getting the best of both teams.
Yeah, you did mention it during one of our breaks that it seems like everybody's playing nervous, and I would tend to agree that the both teams just seem to be off just a little bit. Passes are a little long, and the runs are short, and no one's getting anything in a breakaway variety. But as you said, as you look at these two teams out here, it's still anybody's football game. Anything can happen, but it's just it's like something's waiting to happen.
Absolutely. This game is about to explode here. First of all, Coleman Cougars right now with their 2 leading rushers of the season, with Straczynski and Tachik, they haven't been able to get going. So good job by the Peshtigo Bulldogs to get that scout tape and figure out the key on those 2 guys. But you also cannot forget about Colton Huska, Jacob Zeitler, and even Blake Marcus. Blake Marcus got a touchdown rushing tonight. Yeah, it was only from 1 yard away, but he's also a threat to run the ball a little bit here and there. So good job, Peshtigo Bulldogs, on the defensive end. Hey, good job by the Coleman Cougars to get a really big play, 78-yard touchdown pass of all things for the Coleman Cougars, who don't pass the ball all that often. Blake Marcus doing a great job throwing the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you look at the stats tonight, Coleman has more yards passing than they probably do rushing. Overall, it's probably close.
Right across the board. Jody Straczynski, 3 carries for 3 yards. Austin Tachik, 6 carries for 4 yards. He had a couple of big losses in there. Huska's got 13, Zeitler's got 18, and Marcus has got 2. So straight across the board, Coleman Cougars coming out as a totally different team and passing the ball with precision. 5 of 9. That's a great mark for a quarterback for the Coleman Cougars.
Well, it's exactly what you would expect from 2 well-coached and good football teams. They know each other well. They play each other all the time. They know what each other's strength is, and they're both trying to take away that strength.
Absolutely. The County B rivalry, and they do know each other well. They've played each other well. The offenses are very similar over the last number of years. Even before these kids were even in high school, this offense was very similar for both teams. I like the wrinkle that Coleman has come out in. Peshtigo staying with their strength. Justin Thill is a great quarterback. He's sitting here over 50%. Got a touchdown throwing. He's matching Blake Marcus, throwing the ball a little bit more. Kyle Goki's doing what he does, getting some carries and getting a good chunk of yardage. But right now the Peshtigo Bulldogs just haven't been able to capitalize, get the ball down to the 9-yard line, and they fumble. Well, that's a big miscue for a team like this, and this is a big game. You can't have those miscues that deep into the red zone.
Well, the Peshtigo band is on the football field with their halftime performance. We're going to take another break and be back with more on Hits 96.
Fall is coming up quick. Let the rental department at Cribbets Lumber help you get your lawn winter ready. Pick up your hardware, lumber, and paint to finish up those spring projects you put off all summer. Cribbets Lumber can have you ready for the holiday season. Check out the variety of household appliances. Don't let the snow sneak up on you. Stop by Cribbets Lumber for help designing and planning your projects. Cribbets Lumber, located on Main Street in Cribbets. Visit on Facebook or cribbetslumber.com.
You can only imagine what treasures await you at Thrifty Treasures. From clothing for the entire family and any occasion to home goods. This 10,000 square foot building is full of items handpicked for a new home. You can get your hands on these treasures this spring only at Thrifty Treasures. Thrifty Treasures open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, located at 251 French Street in Peshtigo. Like us on Facebook and follow us for giveaways and upcoming sales.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust offers a variety of loan programs, vehicle loans, personal loans, and commercial loans. They do real estate mortgages, offer home equity options, and work with government loan programs. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust is here to serve you in 3 locations: Ludington Street in Marinette, Roosevelt Road in Marinette, and Highway 141 in Crivets. They can show you how to make your banking life easier, save you time, and save you money. Contact them today. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Still just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. We're here at halftime. Coleman leads the Peshtigo Bulldogs 14-7 in a battle for the M&O Conference football title. That title up for grabs tonight. If Coleman continues with the lead, they will win the title outright. And with 1 game left to play, they'll have a 2-game lead on second place Peshtigo. But Peshtigo still not out of this. They're just down a touchdown, and if they could secure a win, we might have a share for the conference, or we would have a share, but maybe a share at the end of the year for the conference title. So, Jake, keys to success if you want to take a look for Peshtigo.
I think Peshtigo needs to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing a great job on defense, good job on offense. They need to get Kyle Goki into this game a little bit more and control the ball just a little bit longer. Don't give it back to Coleman and let them take control of this game with their running attack. Their defense has been their bright spot. It's keeping them in this ball game. They need to get a couple more of those mistakes from the Coleman Cougars and capitalize on them.
For all your automotive repair needs, Advanced Motors, your AMSOIL dealer for ATV, snowmobile, and marine needs. Advanced Motors in Coleman. And also the North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to the certified service technicians, they've got you covered. That's North Motorsports, 3711 10th Street in Menominee. Give them a call at 906-863-5592. And how about for Coleman?
For Coleman, they need to get their running backs into this game. They're going to, you always hear that saying, you're going to live or die by the pass. Well, you know what? Coleman Cougars will die by the pass if that's what they're going to go with the rest of the game. They need to get these 2 boys, and namely Jody Straczynski, Austin Tochik, get Huska even more involved, get Jacob Zeitler even more involved, get Margus more involved, get that running game going. Keep the defense up. You're holding Peshtigo to 7 points is a very explosive offense. Defense is doing great. Need to get some more offense onto the board.
Well, Sunday down at Lambeau Field, the St. Louis.
It was Los Angeles at
one time. It was Los
Mike.
Angeles at one time. The St. Louis Rams come calling to the Green Bay Packers. The Packers looking for a 5-0 start. That doesn't happen very often to any NFL team. And the Green Bay Packers looking to move that record to 5-0, but they've got a quality opponent in St. Louis.
Absolutely, a good opponent, and we're undefeated so far, and we're going to win this, and we're going to win that. You hear it all around town, all your friends. To be honest with you, you got to take it 1 game at a time. It's no different than what we're seeing from these boys on the field, and from what Coleman has said and Peshtigo has said in the interviews, the Crivets, Wolverines, the Wasaki Rangers, everybody like that. It's been take it 1 game at a time, and I'm sure that the coaching staff for the Packers is saying the same thing. Hey, we can't look past St. Louis. They're a good football team. They're going to come in here and surprise us. We got to play our game and get a victory on Sunday.
Well, the Packers playing through injuries, but they might be getting Brian Bulaga back. It looks like he might be ready to go. It's a day-by-day type thing from what I've been reading. But St. Louis, they handed Seattle a little bit of a comeuppance to start the season. So their defense is quality defense, and Green Bay will have to have all hands on deck.
Absolutely. And first and foremost, it always starts with the quarterback and Aaron Rodgers. He's a great quarterback in the NFL Football League, and, one of the best, if not the best in the league, and that's another debate for another dime. But, the Packers also need to take it just like both teams here. Get their running games involved. Get Eddie Lacy, James Starks, get them involved, take control of that ball, take some time off the clock. Don't let the other offense get the ball. You're going to win the ball game.
We'll take one more break, and the second half will be upon us on Hits 96.
Let me tell you, Advanced Motors, located in Coleman, has AMSOIL for all your motorcycle, ATV, marine, and vehicle needs. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Are you or your student moving? Advanced Motors, a U-Haul dealer, also carries packing and moving supplies for all your needs. Stop in or call today at 920-897-2677. That's 920-897-2677. Whew, that's right.
Badger Credit Union is pleased to sponsor high school sports and wishes best of luck to all area teams. Badger Credit Union is proud to be a part of the community. Become a member if you live or work in Marinette, Menominee, or Oconto counties. See them for all types of mortgage loans, auto, vacation, and unsecured loans. They also have debit and ATM cards, share draft, share accounts, and term accounts. Take advantage of no-fee checking for students and senior citizens. Badger Credit Union, 870 Frontage Road, Peshtigo.
And Jake, you have some scoring updates.
All right, over for the Marinette Marines, 35-7 at the half. Now from Eric and Kit, a quick update, and also another quick update. Another rivalry in the M&O Conference. Cribbets Wolverines, 28-0 over the Wasaki Rangers at the half.
Peshtigo will be kicking off to start the second half, and Mr. Aiden Bohasic will come to the 40-yard line. Referees are all set and ready to roll, so it's just a matter of a couple of seconds. We'll be getting underway here in the second half. Coleman leads at 14-7. A game to decide the M&O Conference title. There's the kick, and it's going to be on the ground and covered at the 40-yard line. Bringing it across to the 42 is number 4, Gunnar Pats. Pats loses his helmet at the 43-yard line, but that's where Coleman will take over 1st and 10. So Coleman has it. Pats comes out. Something wrong with his helmet, and Jordan Blanchard goes in. So Margus will set his team 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Pats comes out over center. Peshtigo back in the 6-man line. They have 4 down and 2 on the outside. In the backfield, spinning and gaining nothing is, I think that was Colton Huska. Huska gains nothing on the, well, they're going to give him maybe a yard on the spin. He gets maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.5. The ball barely moved, but the yard markers moved a little more than I thought. 2nd down and 9. Everybody in tight. One wing to the right. Handoff up the middle. Short gain, again, straight up the middle for about 2 yards. With the carry is Jody Stuczynski. He gains maybe 2 yards. Maybe give him 3. It'll be 3rd and 6. At the 46-yard line. Just underway in the second half. Coleman leads it 14-7. This is the first drive or possession of the second half for the Coleman Cougars. Here comes Margus. Back to pass. He's in trouble. Flag on the play. It's probably going to be a hold, and it was Margus had to get rid of that one or he was in trouble. And it's holding against Coleman. Let's see what Peshtigo decides to do. They're saying decline it on the sidelines. Holding against Coleman. The penalty is declined. So the pass, incomplete pass, will stand. It'll be 4th and 6. In punting formation is Margus back at the 30-yard line. Goki and May go back deep for the Bulldogs. There's the snap. Kick is in the air. It's going to bounce at about the 25-yard line and grabbed right there by Josh Pillith. So Peshtigo will have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So Peshtigo will come right to the line of scrimmage. Exchange of footballs is all we're waiting for. That just happens. Peshtigo checks the wristbands. 10:30 to go in the third quarter, 14-7. This is Peshtigo's first drive of the half. Split wide right is Romanesco. Thill. Back to pass. Looking. Short pass. Miller, incomplete at about the 30-yard line. Coming over to play defense was Jacob Zeitler. It'll be second down and 10. Last time they sent Romanesco way over here to the right side. Thought maybe they were looking at something, and now they're going to do it again. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Thill looks over the defense. Hands it off. Goki. He's grabbed right at about the line of scrimmage. And he's going to lose about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 11. Ball's just inside the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 11. Peshtigo not wanting to give the ball back to Coleman with good field position. Will need a first down. Thill has it. Back to pass. Has time. Airs it out. And there's a collision of receivers at about the 40-yard line. Nothing malicious either way. Just both the defender and the receiver running down the sideline. That was that was Romanesco. And that pass goes way over both of the heads of the receiver and the defender. It'll bring up a 4th and long for Peshtigo at the 25-yard line. Heckel to punt. And there goes the kick. Picked up by Saylor. Saylor went down the sidelines and out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. A return of about 15 yards, and the exchange gives Coleman good field position at the Peshtigo, we'll call it the 41-yard line. So a short field for Coleman, who already has a 14-7 lead. 9:23 to go in the third quarter. Here comes the Cougars. 6-man front for Peshtigo. Handoff. Tachik around the right side has some running room. Breaks it down for about an 11 or 12-yard gain. It was a slow developing play. Tachik just went student body right with the Coleman Cougars. He kind of followed his blocker, Hunter Stadola, and it picks up about 11 yards, and that's good enough for a first down. So one of the biggest plays of the night on the ground for Coleman. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. The ball's just inside the 30-yard line. They lead it 14-7. Margus hands it off. Stachinski rolls to the left side. And a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Coming over was number 22, Austin May. A gain of about 2 yards. Make it 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So they tried the student body left this time, but Austin May was over there to disrupt that for a short 3-yard gain. 8:51 and counting in the third quarter. Here come the Cougars. Tachik and Huska in the backfield. Chichinski in the wing. Back to pass. Margus looking. He's going to be dragged and sacked at about the 34-yard line. Coming across was number 75, Gavin Forsberg, as well as 73, Drake Koenigs. And a loss of about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and about 14 or 15 yards at the 33-yard line. So Coleman moving backwards. Pats comes up over center. Let's see what the Cougars decide to do. Margus back to pass. In trouble. Throws it up. Pass is almost complete to Pillith. He was double teamed. Harper and Goki were over on defense along with Riley Reef. It'll be a 4th down and 15 for the Cougars at the 33-yard line. So Coleman will have one more chance to pick up a first down. 4th and long. Stuchinski comes out. Pillith splits wide to the right. Also going is Saylor. They back to pass. Margus. He's in trouble. And he is going to, and a fumble on the play. And that loss is all the way across midfield. An 18-yard loss as Peshtigo sent the house, and Margus had no time to pass. He just kept backpedaling, and he lost the football at the 50-yard line, and it didn't matter that Coleman came on top of it. Peshtigo will have it. 1st and 10 at the Coleman 46-yard line. So a great defensive stand by the Bulldogs. So here's Still up quickly as the Bulldogs try to capitalize. Still back to pass. Screen pass to Goki. He broke a tackle. 45, 40. Inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. So a nice screen pass as they took advantage of Coleman wanting to attack the quarterback. So a gain of 8 yards will bring up a 2nd down and 2 at the 38-yard line. Phil looks over the defense. Hands it off to Goki. Straight ahead. He's got a little running room down to the 30. Gain of 8 yards on the play. And that's enough for a first down for the Bulldogs. The ball rests right on the 30-yard line. 7 minutes exactly remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. Peshtigo up quickly. Signals. Still keeps it himself straight ahead. He's got a 5, 6, almost a 10-yard gain down near the 20-yard line. Jody Stuchinski coming over along with Blake Margus on the stop, but not after a gain of about 9 yards on the play. So Peshtigo moving the ball smartly in chunks of about 8 and 9 yards. It's close to a first down. The head referee is taking a look, and they're going to wait and take a look with the chains. So we'd like to remind you that Acer Flooring, located in Peshtigo, Wisconsin, is a world-leading manufacturer of hardwood flooring. Acer's true northern hardwood flooring can be found around the globe in sport and recreation venues, residential and commercial projects. Acer proudly supports the Peshtigo Bulldogs. For all your automotive repair needs, Advanced Motors is your AmSoil dealer for ATV, snowmobile, and marine needs. Advanced Motors in Coleman. And with the roar of the crowd tells us that 9 yards was 10. So that's a first down for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10, just inside the 20-yard line, or are they saying it's short? Okay, maybe I was... They're going to say, okay, it is a first down. So right at the 20-yard line. I turned my head for a minute, wasn't sure what happened there. So we wait as the chains have to be moved over to the sidelines. The referee says first down, and we're ready to roll. So here comes the Bulldogs, 1st and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. Phil keeps it himself across the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. Gain of 4 yards straight up the middle. Coming off the bottom of the pile was Derek McMullen and Stuchinski on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and a long 6, closer to 7. Phil barks signals. Hands off Goki. Left side. hole closes quickly, but he's able to squirt ahead. Marcus on the stop after a gain of another 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2. Peshtigo at about the 12-yard line. Isaac Ellie over to this side with Matt Miller. Romanesco and May to the far left. Goki in the backfield, spreading Coleman thin. 3rd down and 2. Phil gives it to Goki, and he's caught in the backfield. Going to be a loss of about a yard, maybe 2. The read option by Phil is going to bring up about a loss of a yard. So it's 4th and 3 for Peshtigo. And they're taking their time trying to figure out what play they're going to call. 4th and 3. Peshtigo. Phil looking over the defense. Back to pass. Looking across the middle. Intercepted. It's intercepted by Jordan Blanchard. And Coleman dodges a bullet with a good defensive play. Blanchard with the pickoff. Ball comes out to the 20-yard line where Coleman will have it. 1st and 10. Good luck to the Coleman Cougars from the crew at Restore and Schnell. Restore and Schnell located in Pound. Here comes the Cougars. 1st and 10. They're right at the 20-yard line. Ends in tight. Handoff, Stuchinski. There's a flag on the play. I think we're going to have a hold as he goes for 10 yards to the 30-yard line. That flag came in the backfield. And the referees meet at the center. And it's going to be a hold, and they're going to say it's right from the 20-yard line. Holding, and that'll move them back to the 10-yard line, so right at the line of scrimmage. That flag came out real quick. We could see the flag come out before we saw Stuchinski come out of the hole. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So the Cougars will have to go 90 yards if they want to add to their lead. Margus brings the team up. 1st and 20. Handoff. Stuchinski comes across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Coming across was Jake Romanesco. Tyler Schatz. It'll be 2nd and 19 after a gain of about a yard. Gunnar Patz comes out. Pillith back in. Patz brings his team out over the football. Stuchinski and Huska in the backfield. Back to pass. Margus looking. Has it batted down in the middle of the line. And that Schatz once again coming across to knock that football down.
Knocked away by number 15, Jake Romanesco. Brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd and 19. They had somebody knocking the ball down that was down the field a little bit, but that's okay. 3rd down and 19 yards. See if Coleman is conservative. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about a yard or 2. And with the carry, Jacob Zeitler, he gains about 3 yards. It's 4th and 16. And Coleman is in punt formation.
Back to punt, number 8, Margus.
Margus back in the end zone. Snap, perfect. Kick, beautiful. That kick is coming out to the 44-yard line where a fair catch was called for by Kyle Goki. So Peshtigo will take over 1st and 10 in Coleman territory at the 44-yard line. So Jake, Peshtigo has got to take advantage of this field position.
Absolutely, Mike. You know, you look at these first 3 drives actually. This 3rd drive that they've had so far in this game, in the second half. And good field position on the last 2. Ended with an interception there, deeper into the red zone. Need to take a chance and capitalize on this good field position right here.
Thill back to pass. He looks. He completes. Ellie has it at the 40. He went backwards. So he's only going to gain maybe a yard at most. He had a 5-yard gain, and now it's back to just a yard as he went backwards trying to gain some field position. It'll be 2nd and 9. Ball is at the 44-yard line, so just maybe a half a yard. Thill looks. Back to pass. Thill looking. Intended for Romanesco. Batted by the defender. Romanesco almost caught it on the bounce, and that's incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Crossing pattern on the slant.
Good job by Austin Ponchik just to get a couple of fingers in there just to disrupt that ball and knock it away from Romanesco.
So 3rd down. Full 9.5 yards. Peshtigo needs to pick up. Back to pass. Still looking. Has time. Swings to Goki. Goki cannot get away from Zeitler. Zeitler pulls him down, and he may have lost that half yard they gained. So it's 4th and 10. 4th and 10 at the 44-yard line. And Peshtigo is in punt formation. Looks like they have Goki back there. When he's back there, anything can happen.
Getting another lineman on the field late.
Back to Goki. He gets some foot into this one. This one's going to roll inside the 10-yard line and bounce back to the 10. So Coleman will have it. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. 1:10 remains in the 3rd quarter. Coleman leads at 14-7. You're listening to M&O Conference Football on WSFQ, Peshtigo, Marinette, Menominee. And the Cougars in the shadow of their own goal line will have it 1st and 10. Always in the tight formation. This time they have a wing to the left. Stachinski comes diving across the 10 to about the 13-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Tyler Schatz comes over with the stop. We're under a minute in the 3rd quarter. Peshtigo trying to keep Coleman from gaining a 1st down. Margus brings his team up. The wing to the right. Pro set off to the left. Handoff. Tachik goes around the right side. Has a little running room. Goes backwards now. Peshtigo with good pursuit will bring him down for no gain. That play was strung out pretty well by Peshtigo. Tachik kept looking to turn it up. He could not. He gained maybe a football, so we're going to say no gain on the play. 3rd down and 7 at the 13-yard line. And we're coming to the end of the 3rd quarter. So the 3rd quarter is in the books. No scoring in the quarter. Coleman leads it 14-7. Back after this on Hits 96.
Mother Nature. Or human nature. Are you protected from the unexpected? An American Family Insurance agent can help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you. Call today for your free personal insurance review so you can check it off your list and off your mind. Call Pat Robbins at 715-582-4631. Your local American Family Insurance agent. Are you still shivering from last year's energy bills? BJ's Heating and Air Conditioning will help. Call 715-927-5656. Full service, including tune-ups on your existing system, repair, replacement, or new construction. The number again is 715-927-5656. Whether it's an upgrade or a tune-up, BJ's Heating and Air Conditioning has a solution. 24/7 service for your convenience. Call 715-927-5656. That's BJ's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Well, we have 1 quarter to go, Jake, 14-7, and Peshtigo needs a stop here. Keep that field position on their side.
Absolutely. Coleman Cougars on the short end of the field position, getting deep into their zone, just not able to get anything going. Peshtigo Bulldogs doing a good job of pinning them deep. On the other hand, Peshtigo Bulldogs getting great field position on the last number of drives, not able to do anything with it. An interception and a just not going anywhere. Coleman defense stepped up there in that last drive against the Bulldogs and wouldn't allow them to get down into that red zone here. It's going to be a great fourth quarter, Mike.
14-7, Coleman in the lead. Margus back to pass, looking, in trouble, sacked back at the 10-yard line. So Peshtigo comes through. Jake Romanesco, as well as Gavin Forsberg, come across for the stop. A loss of 3 on the play brings up a 4th and 10. So Peshtigo will have presumably good field position. Margus back in the end zone to kick. Romanesco or Goki and May standing at the 35-yard line. Margus has a pretty good leg. This snap is high, but he brings it down. Kick is in the air, and just what I thought, this kick goes well over the 50.
Wow.
And it gets a huge Coleman bounce at the 28-yard line. We're talking about a 62-yard punt.
And realistically, though, Mike, where that thing landed, he was 5-6 yards deep in the end zone, and that thing landed on the opposite 40-yard line. So that was a big punt for the senior.
All the way back to the 29-yard line. So Peshtigo will have it, and the field position has just been reversed. And we're on the Peshtigo side of the field. So Peshtigo will have to go 71 yards to tie this game. Phil at the controls. Back to pass, in trouble. Throws quickly, intended for May, and that's incomplete. Coming across was Colton Huska. Huska applied the pressure, so there was no chance of that pass being completed. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Peshtigo has Romanesco over here with Tacek with the press coverage on the left side. 3 receivers to the right on the short side of the field. Thill back to pass. He goes deep down. He's going for Romanesco. Pass is incomplete. Tacek with good coverage. Romanesco might have been better served to keep going on that one. If he did, he might have had a chance. Good coverage by Tacek. Nicholas Saylor was coming back as extra help, but that pass was incomplete. A good pass by Thill. Just good defense on the play by Austin Tacek. 3rd down, 10. Next week we'll be at Coleman. The Wasaki taking on Coleman. Handoff. Goki around the right side has some running room. Breaks in the open across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 15 yards on the play. And a 1st down for the Peshtigo Bulldogs. 10:52 remains in the football game. Coleman leads it by 7. 14-7. The Bulldogs with the football. Thill, quick pass. Ellie breaks a tackle. Comes across the right side, and he's tackled in the backfield. They set up a bubble screen to the right side, and Ellie went backwards, losing about 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15, all the way back to the 42-yard line. So they tried to use the blockers on the outside, and Coleman had it ready. 10 minutes exactly remain. The clock is running. Phil keeps it. He gets around the left side, breaks a tackle. Across the 50, knocked out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by number 3, Nicholas Saylor.
Gain of about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and about 6 in Coleman territory at the 49. Here comes the Bulldogs. Twin receivers right and left. Here's Phil, back to pass. Has time. Throws it. I'm not sure where he was throwing that one to. Jeremy Van Voren was the receiver in the area, but he was nowhere near that football. And there was nobody from Coleman over there either, so somebody got their signals mixed up, and it's a big 4th down for Peshtigo. 4th and 6 at the 49-yard line. 9:47 is all that remains in the football game. Phil gets the ball, hands off, Goki, straight up the middle. So tried to surprise them with a run, but Coleman had nothing doing. Gunnar Patz comes across with the stop, and Coleman will take over on downs.
On their 48-yard line.
So Coleman will have it 1st and 10 at the 49. And 9:42 to work with. So Coleman would like to march down the field and take a lot of time off. Handoff. Over here, Tachik to the right side. Gains about 7 yards. Drake Koenigs along with Romanesco on the stop. After a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4.
2nd and long 4.
Here come the Cougars. Margus. Hands off. No, keeps it around the left side. Going to gain about 3 yards. He's going to be a yard shy. It'll be 3rd down and a yard. Margus with the belly option decided to keep it. Rolled around the left side, gained 3 yards. Peshtigo with a big 3rd down, 3rd and 1 at the 43-yard line. The Cougars looking to pick up the 1st down, run some more time off the clock. 8:40 is all that remains. Margus goes around the left side. He's got running room. He's at the 30, down around the 25 to the 22-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 20 yards on the play, depending where he went out of bounds. They're saying about the 23. We'll give him 20 yards. So 1st and 10, Cougars at about the 21-yard line. 1st and 10. Coleman deep in Peshtigo territory. They're threatening at the 21. Handoff goes straight up the middle. And we have to wait till he comes off the bottom of the pile. The Zeitler. Gain of 5 yards on the play. It was hard to see who that was, but it was Jacob Zeitler. Gain of 5 inside the 20, in the red zone now at about the 17-yard line. 2nd and 5. Hand off to Colton Huska. He's going to gain about 4 yards. So another 3rd and 1. This at about the 12-yard line. Third down and a yard. Cougars in no hurry. They lead it 14-7. 7:20 remains in the football game. Margus goes around the left side, looks to have enough for the first down. He's going to be, I think, inside the 10, so it is a first down. Give him a gain of 2 yards. It'll be first, and let's see where they put it down. And I don't know if he's going to have enough for, yeah, it's going to be just outside the 10. So it is 1st and 10 at about the 11-yard line. Handoff. Tachik. Huska, sorry. Goes straight up the middle. Gained about a yard, maybe 2. 7 plays on the drive so far. Coleman milking the clock and the lead. They lead it 14-7. 6:40 remains in the football game. And the official takes a timeout. I think somebody has got to get an arm taped up. They've probably got a scratch. Can't have any blood on the field. Clock is rolling. Margus. Hands off. Zeitler. He's going to gain maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7 inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Clock continues to roll, 6:10. Coleman in 4-down territory. Margus. Handoff. Tachik goes inside for the touchdown. Austin Tachik goes 8 yards for the touchdown, and that is bad news for Peshtigo, but good news for Coleman. 20-7, the touchdown coming at 5:54 of the final period on an 8-yard run. Score stands at 20-7. Extra point forthcoming. Kick is up, way high.
And enough.
And good enough. So our score stands Coleman 21, Peshtigo 7. Back after this on Hits 96.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Kermit's Auto Parts in Dyer Street and Kermit's carries quality CarQuest parts. Is your car in need of repair? See Kermit's Auto Parts, your authorized CarQuest dealer. Some of their featured products include batteries, spark plugs, filters, brakes, new water pumps, and so much more. Come check out everything Kermit's Auto Parts, your local CarQuest dealer, has to offer, located on Dyer Street in Kermit's. Good luck to all teams in the M&O Conference.
Coleman is just 5:54 away from claiming the M&O Conference football title and trying to keep their record unblemished at 8-0. Here comes the kick, a short kick, covered by the Bulldogs at the 45-yard line. I don't think that one was done on purpose. I think he kind of kicked it a little bit late, and the ball rolls dead at the 45-yard line. So Peshtigo will have it 1st and 10 at the 45, but time is their enemy. Peshtigo will have to move downfield. So we'll probably see the passing game. Justin Thill up to the line of scrimmage with his team. We have a whistle. Penalty on the play. Wide receiver on the far side of the field. Jeremy Van Voren jumped. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15. Right at the 40-yard line. So everybody checks the wristbands. Thill. Handoff. Goki. Caught right at the 40-yard line. No gain on the play. Coming across on the stop was Colton Huska. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. 5:37. The clock continues to roll.
2nd and 15.
Peshtigo waiting for the play from the sidelines. It finally comes in. They got to be in a hurry. Handoff. Goki again. Breaks through. Slips down at the 48-yard line. Gains about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 or 7. So we'll give him a gain of 6. 3rd down at the 49-yard line. 4:43. Thill up the middle for a gain of a yard. So it'll bring up a 4th down right at midfield. Big play for Peshtigo. 4th and a little over 5 at the 50-yard line. Justin Thill brings up the Bulldogs. Trips to the right. Thill back to pass. Looking. Across the middle. It's picked off by Jordan Blanchard. Blanchard has it at the 35-yard line. And that may be the dagger for Peshtigo as Coleman picks off a pass at the 35-yard line. And Coleman will take over 1st and 10 with 4:06 remaining in the football game. The pass went right into the hands of Jordan Blanchard. The receiver was behind Blanchard, and he stepped in front for the interception. 1st and 10. Cougars. Handoff. Tachik straight up the middle. Breaks through to the 50. Down to the 45-yard line. Peshtigo trying to strip the football, but no doing. 20 yards on the pickup. And Peshtigo wants a timeout. Kane driving the game to you as the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC Ocado Marinette. BPM looks forward to a successful football season for the 2015 Bulldogs. BPM specializes in manufacturing fine papers for the printing industry and the production of flexible packaging papers for the food and candy industries. All the best to the Peshtigo football players and coaches. Good luck to the Coleman Cougars tonight from the Village Pharmacy. Village Pharmacy located on Business 141 in Coleman. And Katie Subs wishing good luck to the Coleman Cougars. Stop in before you head out to a game for a delicious sub. You can also call ahead at 920-897-3250. Here comes Coleman to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Peshtigo burning their timeouts. Coleman will have it. 1st and 10. At the Peshtigo 45-yard line. Some discussion with the officials. Not sure what they're discussing. Okay. So something's telling the coaches something on the sidelines. And now we're ready to go. So here come the Bulldogs, or the Cougars, straight ahead. With the carry is Zeitler. Zeitler goes straight ahead for a gain of about 2 yards, and another timeout from Peshtigo. We're going to take one more break and be back on Hits 96.
Hi, this is Paul, CEO of the Menominee County Federal Credit Union. We're proud to sponsor high school sports on Bay Cities Radio, and we encourage all of you to support high school athletics as well. We know there's no better way for our young people to learn the lessons of life than by competing in sports. The Menominee County Federal Credit Union, where you dream the dream, will help make it come true, with locations in Powers, Kearney, Stevenson, and Menominee. Persons living or working in Marinette and Menominee counties are eligible for membership.
Hey, buddy.
What?
Hey, buddy.
Was that my car talking?
Nah, it's your engine, and I need an oil change.
Oh, it hasn't been that long.
Are you kidding me? Check my dipstick. It's as black as the La Brea tar pits.
I know. I just haven't had time.
Call Pit Stop Quick Lube. Hey, you know Pit Stop Quick Lube has no appointment service, right? Just stop in, and they'll get you done.
Pit Stop Quick Lube. What's their phone number?
906-864-2426.
What's that number again?
906-864-2426. Write it down. 906-864-2426. Pit Stop Quick Lube, 10th Street, Menominee.
Second down and 8. Ball rests at the 43-yard line. Handoff. This will be straight ahead carry by Jody Szczynski. It's going to be enough for a first down, and that's going to wind. It's a 9-yard pickup, and that's going to wind a lot of time off the clock. 3:48 and rolling. Coleman closing in on an M&O Conference Football Championship. They've already qualified for the playoffs. So we heard in the interview before the game, that's one of their goals. It's a goal for every team, but Coleman wants to advance deep into the playoffs. Margus is going to just sit there and wait till the official starts counting. Hands off. Zeitler. Gain of about a yard. Peshtigo did put up a battle. Their defense was ready and willing, but Coleman has done just enough to get the victory. And another timeout taken by Peshtigo. I think that's their last timeout. And Jake, as we said, Peshtigo put up a battle, but Coleman was equal to the challenge.
Absolutely, Mike. Coleman is just a well-rounded football team this year, and getting that rushing attack going here late in the game, wearing this clock right down to zero here, and just a few more snaps here, we should be. This one should be in the books. But give a lot of credit to the Peshtigo Bulldogs. They have a very good football team. They did qualify for the playoffs already this year, so they do have something. One more of their goals is to get into that playoff race and get down to Madison, down to play for a state championship.
So next week we'll have the Coleman Cougars as they take on Wasaki. They'll be going for an unbeaten season at 9-0, setting themselves up for the football playoffs. We will be following the Coleman Cougars in the playoffs on Hits 96. Margus hands off to the outside. Here's Tachik. He gets to about the 30-yard line, another gain of about 3 yards, and he makes sure to stay in bounds. Good, smart play. 3 minutes exactly remain in the football game. It's 3rd and 6 at the 30-yard line. Coleman shuttling in new players. Coming in, Zeitler. Pats brings the team up. Coleman sets a wing to the right. Szczynski. Pillith, the tight end, on the right side. Pro set. Margus waiting. As soon as he sees the referee start the 10-second count, he keeps it around the left side. If he picks up a first down, it's going to be the ball game for sure. He's going to come up about a yard short. We're going to give him a gain of 5. And it depends where that official marks the football. It's going to be short, 4th and a yard, right at the 25-yard line. So Coleman can ice it with a 2-yard gain. We're exactly at 2 minutes. The clock is rolling. Margus waits as the clock rolls. 1:48. The referee starts his count. Handoff, straight ahead. And looks like it's going to be enough. Colton Huska is going to gain 3 yards on the play, and that 3 yards is going to do it for the Coleman Cougars, as they are going to go to 8-0, and they are the M&O Conference football champions with that victory. Next week it'll be Wasaki and Coleman on Hits 96, so we'll see victory formation for Coleman. They come up to the line of scrimmage in absolutely no hurry. Full house backfield. Margus takes a knee. 1:12 and counting. He'll have to do it again. Referee sets the football with 1:05 to go. Margus comes back up. He's going to wait. Rocks back and forth. He's just kind of savoring this one. Waiting for the official, the back judge, way back in the end zone to start his count. He takes another knee with 40 seconds. He'll have to do it, I think, one more time. 32 seconds. And this will do it. The fans starting to leave. It's been a good football game. Peshtigo put up a fight, but Coleman, the better of the two teams this evening, and there's Margus taking the knee for the final time. The clock will run out, and the Coleman Cougars will go to 8-0 with a 21-7 victory over the Peshtigo Bulldogs. We'll get our statistics together and talk to you about tonight's game. We'll do that after this on Hits 96, WSFQ, Peshtigo, Marinette, Menominee.
What kind of insurance are you looking for? Stop looking and let Town & Community Insurance Agency, LLC, look for you. Town & Community Insurance Agency has access to a variety of different types of insurance, such as auto, homeowners, business, life, health, farm, motorcycle, and watercraft. Available through plenty of different companies to get you the best and most cost-efficient insurance for your lifestyle. Feel free to stop in at our new location at 509 Alma Street, Pound, across from Ace in the Pound Business Plaza. Or call 920-897-5487. That's 920-897-5487.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since opening in 1901, they've grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and Marinette. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends, Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank, member FDIC.
It's been a good football game here at Peshtigo. Homecoming night for the Peshtigo Bulldogs, but they come up on the short end as the Coleman Cougars are the M&O Conference football champions, moving their record to 8-0 with a 21-7 win over the Peshtigo Bulldogs. It was a slow start as both teams were feeling each other out and the nerves were there, but Coleman got it going in the first quarter. They had a 91-yard drive. It only took 4 plays. The big play, a 78-yard pass from Blake Margus to Austin Tochik, and the extra point was added, and Coleman led 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, both teams put together long drives. Peshtigo with a 50-yard drive, aided by a roughing the passer call, gave them the football down around the 35, and they finally got it into the end zone on a 15-yard pass from Justin Thill to Isaac Ellie. At 6:42 of the second quarter, the score was tied at 7-7. Coleman came right back with a 69-yard drive, and they did it in 14 plays. Blake Margus capped the drive with a 1-yard run. At the 1:24 mark of the second quarter with the kick, it was 14-7. That was our halftime score. Both teams went back and forth through the third quarter. Defenses ruled, but Coleman was able to finally put the dagger in late in the fourth quarter. Austin Tochik scored on an 8-yard run with 5:54 remaining, giving Coleman the 21-7 lead that they won the football game with. Jake will be back with stats. We'll do that after this on Hits 96.
Kim Barrett and all the staff of Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine of Marinette are committed to get you back to your quality of life. Tri-City Physical Therapy has been in business for over 25 years and specialize in the treatment of shoulder, knee, and back, as well as general physical therapy. Let them help you overcome pain after an injury or disease. Tri-City Therapy and Sports can provide you with the most skilled and personalized rehabilitation treatment plan possible to help you get back on track. Tri-City Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine at 602 Wells Street in Marinette.
Menards is a place to save big money on all your home improvement needs. Whether you're building or remodeling, Menards has everything you need for your home under one roof. From building materials and tools to paint, carpeting, cabinets, and all the finishing touches, you'll find quality products, helpful, friendly service, and delivery 7 days a week. And at Menards, you'll always find the lowest prices and sales, too.
Save big money at Menards.
With the tail of the tape, here's Jake.
All right, for the Peshtigo Bulldogs tonight, Justin Thill, 15 of 30, 133 yards, touchdown, and 2 interceptions tonight. Kyle Goki, 19 carries, 80 yards tonight. Jake Romanesco, 3 catches, 40 yards. Isaac Ellie, the lone touchdown for the Bulldogs tonight, 4 catches, 11 yards for him. Matt Miller, 3 catches for 37 yards, and that's what the tail of the tape says for the Bulldogs. And over to the Coleman Cougars, Blake Margus, 5 of 12, 127 yards, a 78-yard touchdown pass. And really, the Coleman Cougars are a string of running backs here tonight. Jody Straczynski, 8 for 22. Austin Tochik, 11 for 33 and a touchdown. Colton Huska, 9 of 43. Jacob Zeitler, 8 of 30. And Blake Margus, 6 of 33. And a touchdown from him from 1 yard out. And that's what it says, Mike.
Well, the Coleman Cougars moved to 8-0. They are the M&O Conference football champions. They are celebrating over on the sidelines. They're over there to greet their fan base that made the trip up County B. And so the Cougars moved to 8-0, and they beat the Peshtigo Bulldogs by the final score of 21-7. So until next week, when we'll have the Wasaki Rangers taking on the Coleman Cougars here on Hits 96, we'll wait for you next week, and see you then. Good night, everybody.
M&O Conference sports broadcasts are brought to you by Badger Credit Union, North Honda Motorsports, American Family Insurance, Pat Robbins Agent, Bayshore Credit Union, Riverside Auto, Town and Community Insurance, Prestige Auto Body, Crivets Lumber, Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, Tri-City Physical Therapy, Menominee County Federal Credit Union, Pit Stop Quick Lube, BJ's Heating and Cooling, J&R Auto Parts and Service, Menards, Advanced Motors, Peshtigo National Bank, Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC, Bayside Motorsports, and Thrifty Treasures.